What's going on, everybody? It's KBR Sports, the best sports talk show, your 24-hour day. Back from the break. Remember, you guys can always join in our discussions by calling us 571-991-0566. And also remember that show times are always 8:30 p.m. to 9:30 p.m. every Monday, Wednesday, and select Fridays. But to jump into this next topic, so recently, I'm pretty sure you guys know the man I'm about to talk about, but former NBA legend Brian Scalabrine was talking as an analyst for CSN New England, was sharing some news that he's heard of a certain Golden State Warriors player who could be involved in some trade talks, and that player would just so happen to be Klay Thompson. On the sorry, in the interview, Scalabrine alludes to the fact that Thompson could be available for trade to the Boston Celtics for this in reciprocation. The Warriors would get Jay Crowder, Avery Bradley, and the Brooklyn Nets first round pick that is owned by the Boston Celtics. So, the rumors of this trade have been surrounded by the fact that this could be an idea inspired by assistant coach Mike Brown, who's obviously a defensive head coach, and he obviously is emphasizing a lot of things on defense. So the rumors are that the Golden State Warriors would try to swap the pick for Nerlens Noel from Philadelphia, or maybe even a certain big guy from the Sacramento Kings. And obviously, what the Warriors have been lacking so far this season is size. So Nigel, do you think that it's a big deal or no big deal that Klay Thompson's name is coming up in rumors?
It's another year. It's another year of Boston Celtics trading for some star that they're really not going to actually trade for. So since last year, Boston has been rumored to trade for Jahlil Okafor, Jimmy Butler, Blake Griffin, Gordon Hayward. This year, Nerlens Noel, James Harden, Willie Cauley-Stein, Carmelo Anthony. Look, they're not going to... First of all, Golden State already shot it down. And secondly, the source that Brian Scalabrine got this from was a guy who predicted that the World War III is on the way and that the world's become to an imminent end. So, call me crazy. I feel like this is 0% chance of happening. Actually, let me phrase that. Like a negative 5% chance of this actually happening. So there's my answer.
Negative?
There's literally no chance possible that Klay Thompson's going to get traded. No chance possible.
Why am I even going to say my words?
Go ahead.
Okay, so right now Klay hasn't been playing up to his average standards. He's averaging 18.8 points right now.
Good.
He's shooting 32% from 3-point range.
Not the best.
He's shooting 45.7% from field goal. His field goal percentage is that.
Not the worst.
So he's playing by average player standards. He's not playing up to Klay Thompson. Any team would take that, but in terms of this trade, I don't think it's a big deal because of the fact that it just doesn't make any sense. Like, why would you?
Oh, and Anthony Davis, I forgot him.
Yeah,
and DeMarcus Cousins also.
There you go. And the fact this doesn't make any sense because you be trading the fact that if this is really an idea inspired by Mike, it's the stupidest idea. Like, there's a reason why LeBron essentially ran Cleveland when Mike Brown was the head coach, because you don't trade.
Hey.
Am I lying?
Don't talk about Cleveland Cavalier legend Mike Brown. Go make your point. Go make your point about how he led us to the Eastern Conference Finals.
Nigel, what did you just say?
Cavaliers legend. Third all-time winningest coach in Cavaliers history.
Nigel, what did you?
Third all-time winningest coaching in Cavaliers history.
Did you just say Cleveland legend
Cleveland
Mike Brown?
Legend. If you ask anybody in Cleveland about Mike Brown, they know who he is.
Nigel.
No, I'm joking. Come
I
on.
was about to say, man. I was like, come on.
No, but go ahead.
Sometimes, man. Sometimes. But the fact that because you already have, if you're trading for defense, why would you give up arguably one of the best two-way players in the game for two guys who have been, obviously Avery Bradley was a top all defensive player in the game, but it's one of those things that the trade-off doesn't make any sense because you've been built on this whole shooting mantra, but then you give away that arguably the second best shooter in the game.
Yeah, for defense, sure.
For defense,
they gave up 100. They gave up 122 to the no. How much they give up to Phoenix? 122 to Phoenix. Yeah. And then Phoenix also scored like 110 or something like that before that. And Phoenix, not that good of a... I said this about the Lakers, but I'm going to go ahead and say this about Phoenix. I'm pretty confident this will stay true. Phoenix, not that good of a team.
And here's the difference. Here's literally the differences between when Klay Thompson is on the court and off the court. The Warriors are better when he's by 4 points when he's on the court. That's irrelevant. It don't matter.
Yeah, 4 points though. I mean, that's
Nigel. Come on.
4 points?
Nigel,
it's not a lot.
No, man,
it's not a lot.
Nigel, come
on.
I
mean, I agree with you that Klay Thompson is valuable to the team, but 4 points is not a lot.
I can't quantify into words how much I hate you.
No, I mean, if I'm going to be fair here, that's not a lot. I mean, if you're going to say we're not going to trade this guy at all.
No, you're not.
I mean, I agree with you. They're not going to trade him. I'm just saying 4 points. Depending on what you get back for that, I absolutely shop that around. If you're talking about a guy, well, we're only slightly better than, with him on the court.
Nigel, no.
No.
If you trade off for any of those guys, you would be way worse with any of them on the court. Yes, Avery Bradley does not give you what Klay Thompson gives you. Jay Crowder don't give you what Klay Thompson gives you. And obviously, we saw from this. The bench. Oh, okay.
Which they do need.
You said what?
They do need.
Jay Crowder won't help them that much on the bench. What they need on the bench, they already play two superstars every single time with the bench.
Exactly.
So they're fine. Their bench is fine.
Better role player with them.
Better than Andre Iguodala, who played the same position as him. Who's better than Sean Livingston.
The shocking thing is, Brendan, you can play two small forwards.
The shocking thing is, most of the time when they play the bench, they play Kevin Durant, who is a small forward, and they move him to power forward. And then guess who else they play? They play Klay Thompson off the bench. Whenever they run those lineups.
You could absolutely run a lineup of Sean Livingston, Andre Iguodala, Jay Crowder, and Kevin Durant if you want to. If you need to switch it up a little bit, you could do that. If you wanted to, you could play a lineup of, I don't know, you could play Sean Livingston, Klay Thompson, Kevin Durant, Jay Crowder, Draymond Green if you want to. You can mix it. Brendan, shocking thing is, Brendan, you can put players, I know this is revolutionary to you. You can put players at different positions. I know that's crazy, but you could do that.
You literally disgust me. It's not about putting players at different positions. It's about putting quality players at different positions.
He's a quality player.
He's not better than Klay Thompson.
Nobody's saying he's better than Klay Thompson.
He's not better than Andre Iguodala.
You're missing the point here.
That bench unit is better without him regardless.
I agreed with you.
No, but you're saying that they trade him and then they're going to get another solid bench player. You don't need another solid bench player when your starter plays at your bench anyway.
I agree with you. I said I agree they shouldn't trade him.
And then the draft pick is pretty much irrelevant.
Yeah, it's just useless.
Yeah, it's just irrelevant because even this past year they had like how many draft picks? Nobody wanted them. Everybody left them hanging when it came to the draft pick.
They wanted a ton. They wanted Jahlil Okafor plus package for that pick, which is a lot to ask for.
It is a lot to ask for.
And they didn't know the process was going to be this good to start the season.
I do love that's a dope nickname.
It's a great nickname.
Joel Embiid, the process Embiid. All right.
How much time do we have?
20 seconds.
Okay, so since this has been a rumor, I want to start some rumors of my own.
Oh wow.
John Wall is on the trading block right now. He's being shopped around. I've heard from my sources that he is getting interest from multiple teams. Another source told me Ricky Rubio is on his move to the Spurs. Deal is incoming for Kyle Anderson and Jonathan Simmons. And who else is on the move? Joel Embiid has been playing so great that they're going to try and shop him off for a guard. He has played so well that they know they need a point guard.
Oh, man.
I have 100% sources on this. They're anonymous sources. But, hey, since we can just put out information that isn't true, I'm putting these out there. Please get them trending on Twitter. Let them know that these players are available. So, the media, step it up. Stop giving us garbage information that's not true just to get some clicks. Stop doing it. It's not right. Not right.
Even though that's what you just did.
Even though I'm making a point. Like what? How am I wrong? I have anonymous sources saying that these things are happening. Am I wrong? Is it any different than Ryan Scalabrine going and reading from some garbage website that they're being traded? Anything that read Carmelo Anthony's getting traded to Boston? Like, come on. An anonymous source tells us that Carmelo is getting packaged to Boston for some Terry Rozier and James Young and a pick. Come on.
Now you seem to feel a certain way about
this. Because what is that? What kind of package is that? Like, why can't you put something out there that has substance behind it instead of just, well, you know what today? You know what? Give me some clicks. Carmelo Anthony's being traded. Nerlens Noel is being traded. DeMarcus Cousins is being traded. That was a lead-in. That was a lead-in, by the way. That was a lead-in.
I gotta take a break anyway.
Exactly, but this is the point.
I'm sorry.
Go ahead.
Y'all, I missed off on Nigel's transition bounce off to me. But coming up next on the break, after following the break, our final break of the night, we're gonna talk about DeMarcus Cousins and if he should be traded by the Sacramento Kings. All right, stay tuned, y'all. It's KBR Sports, the best sports talk show, your 24-hour day. Entirely missed the alley.
You did. Do a perfect lob to you.